What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the vlogs. For today's video, we're gonna start episode 1, and maybe it's only gonna be like a 2-episode series. I hope it's a 2-episode series, because I'm trying to get this thing done ASAP. Since I don't have my Integra here, this is my only form of transportation, and I'm babysitting. So, I gotta get this thing schmollin' rolling. But just got back from AutoZone. I had to pick up my slave, my master, and also some goop and some quick steel, because we're going to be using these two items for once we have the whole auto tragic shifter thing removed. We're gonna have a huge hole, and that's where these two items come into play, because we have to take part of a heat shield off and something blah blah blah. I'll be sure to link down a DIY of how to go from auto to manual, because that's the same thing that I'm using in order to do this process. I'm just bringing it to you guys on video form, and this is not going to be the most informative how-to, I guess, video series, because again, I'm trying to get this thing rolling, and at the best of my abilities, I'm going to try and show you guys how to do this bad boy. But you know, we'll see how that goes. As far as lighting is concerned, I do have my Power Smiths that I received from the Ruck Shop a little over almost 2 years ago. So those still going strong, and yeah. So for right now, I'm just gonna let the car cool down. I don't want to touch all that stuff while it's hot, so I'll probably have like a cool 1 hour cool down or 2 hour, however long it takes for this thing to be cool. But I think the first thing I'm gonna start with first is getting the pedal installed with the clutch master. I don't have a clutch line yet because JB is having a little girl, and so congrats to my dog. So I'm just gonna get the clutch master installed, the pedal installed, and modifying the brake pedal, because everyone's like, yo bro, you're gonna need to get the whole manual brake pedal. Nah, I don't have to do that, because I'm gonna cut this bad boy, playboy, you feel me? You know what I mean? I'm gonna make this John work. Know what I mean? I hope you know what I mean, and I hope it does work, because that would suck if I do all this for no reason and then I have to come back, have to go in there and then, you know, swap pedals. But this should work. Me modifying this should work. So first things first, let's get this master installed. The coolest thing about Honda is like they already know that people who have an automatic car would maybe want to go manual, so they have like everything already here for the manual conversion. Like even with the shift linkage, like there's already spot welded holes there that you just have to drill out in order to bolt up the shift linkage. I just think it's pretty cool how, you know, Honda did that. Like all the chassis are made the same. Some just have these plugs and some don't. But in order to install the master, your boy is gonna have to remove these 3 plugs and then fish the master wherever it's at. Oh, there it is, right there, through the hole. It ain't nothing your boy ain't used to doing. Once you remove the plug, then you have this little cutout you have to remove from the inside or the outside. You can just push it out like from the outside when you remove the plug, and now we're ready to install our master. But before we do that, let's get the pedal in, or at least start modifying the brake pedal so we can get the master in. Well, the clutch pedal in. You get what I'm saying. And it's hot, bro. It's so hot. God damn, I chose the worst day to do this shit. It feel like Lil Wayne 500 degrees outside. Well, I actually went ahead and just installed the pedal to get a reference point of like where my adjustment needs to be. And you guys see how like close that is. Like that's really close, and if I cut it there, I already know what you guys are probably thinking. I do this like for a living, like, oh man, see what happens when you're lazy, you should have just got the other pedal. I should have, but I don't know, like it ain't too bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but right there, see? I have to cut that. Your boy gonna have to cut that. I'm positive that I can make this work, and we're gonna find out if I can. So without further ado, man, let's get the cut in this bad boy. Y'all feels me. Hold on. So I was messing with the pedal a little bit, because like it's like this, right? So I went like this, and look at that. That's more than enough room to me. I can still trim that, which I will still be doing. But like that's fine. Like instead of it being like this, I can have it like this, and then just put the master in and exactly see how, you know, that actually measures up to that one once it's all said and done. So let's get this master in. And if you guys recall in the last video, and I said I got that tool that keeps the clutch something engaged, I knew what I was trying to say, but it didn't come out properly. But this is what I was talking about, like this little thing right here. If you don't have that, you ain't gonna have no clutch pressure at all. Alright, so I got the master pretty much all the way in now. I was running into an issue with clearance issues with where when I put the bracket in, I tightened the bracket all the way down, and I shouldn't have done that. But I removed the seat so I can have some more space because your boy is getting chunky. So we got one end, those over there, and this is my pedal clearance, which is not as bad. It's okay. But when I trim that, I have more room, which would be awesome. It looks stupid. Super facts. Okay, so I do have my clutch pedal all tightened up and everything. Got the cotter pin in and got everything situated. I did take out my clutch switch for both, the one at the bottom and one up top, because when you're going from auto to manual, you don't even have a plug to plug that in. I think, I don't know, I'm just talking crap. But it's in. I think I got this right. I don't remember if I got this right, but like, look at that. Like, it's supposed to stay on the ground, but it ain't. And I'm probably putting hella air in the system, which I'm sure I am, but yep, that's everything though. So now, let's get this pedal all situated. Safety first. That's a fail. I'm trying to turn it on and it's not. A little bit better, I guess. I mean, I'm gonna trim it down now. Use my flat disc, trim that mug down on the side so I can have it nice and cool. And then I'll probably end up cutting this side down a little bit too, but I don't know, we'll see. So as the car is still cooling down, I am going to start with disassembling all of this stuff right here. Get your trusty screwdriver. I think you got one there, other side there, other side. Get this all thing removed. And yeah, so there's a total of 6 screws on the center console, and then you have one there and one there that can stay there. And then here you have your your Prindle, baby, but this don't say Prindle, this says Prindle 2. So to remove this bad boy, you got 2 screws there, and I believe you got 2 up front. Move that off, and then we go from there. So, and if I'm not being very detailed with what I'm telling you guys, there is a DIY down in the description box below, which is what I'm following. I'm just trying to get this stuff done as soon as I can, but I'm telling you exactly what I'm doing. I'm just not filming it because, well, the tripod's over there. It's common sense to, you know. So once you get the cover off, it's only 3 screws actually. 1, 2, 3. Get that off. Now you're exposed to the shifter assembly itself. So get your 10 mil out, your ratchet. This is a Milwaukee, you know what I mean? Please sponsor me. And yeah, go to work. So I got most of it off. I'm not entirely too sure how I'm gonna get this cable off. I think it's just a C-clip. Not sure. But got the car jacked up on all fours. I do have to loosen 4 nuts to remove the auto shifter from the car. So that little exhaust looking gasket thing, whatever, that is my auto shifter, and to remove it are the 4 screws right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think those are 10 millimeters or 12. They're probably 12. Well, I stand corrected because they are actually 4 10 millimeter bolts. I got them all loosened. I actually got some stuff for the shifter loosened too, and well, once I remove this shift thing, our thing is out, baby. Alright, so current update of what I'm doing. I'm about to drop the exhaust so I can cut out the tunnel needed so I can mount my actual shifter in here. I have to cut out this piece right here because when you put the linkage on, it's gonna hit this, and I don't know if you guys can really see it, but it's right before the actual hole. But we gotta cut this out. So I'm going to remove these 2, I think they're 12 or 14 millimeter bolts, not sure. Remove that and then drop it from the hanger, and then this whole thing should be out the way so I can just do my cutting on that. And use the quick steel and the goop that I bought earlier at AutoZone so I can have a nice passageway and no heat or all that stuff coming inside the cabin. So, yep, remember, link down below to the DIY because that's what I'm following. I'm just providing video coverage instead of post coverage. So, yep. I hope these bolts aren't rusted. I pray these bolts aren't rusted. I got extremely lucky. Now I have access to cut this bad boy. Like basically just cut it, slit there, and I think, well, I don't know how I'm gonna actually go about cutting it, but you don't want to remove all these spot welds and take this whole thing out completely. You just want to get this flattened out the best way you can. And there's a heat shield actually like right here, which I took out. It's right there. You want to flatten that, and then that will basically cover this with the goop and the quick steel. So, yes sir. Okay, so quick update. I've just been going away at getting that bracket all shaved down, and I'll show you the best that I did. That is the best I got it right now. I still have to work on it, but before it gets late and I get my neighbors start complaining, I'm going to start taking off the wheels, axles, airbox, basically get it all naked for where I can remove the transmission. I'm just gonna need some help with that, so.
Is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch?
Alright, starters off. Most of the sensors are off / cut because, well, this is probably going in the trash anyway. Axle nuts are both removed on both sides. Now it's time to pull off these axles. Alright, so Mike came over, helped me get this side axle. I was being a little pain, but both axles are removed and I gotta replace both. And the cool thing about when you do your auto to manual swap, you can reuse your auto axles. So that's good. I wish I could reuse those, but they have torn boots and there's axle grease everywhere, so no for that. So the next thing to do right now is actually drop this thing. So I'm gonna get all the bolts on the bottom taken care of that holds on the bracket, like the, what's it called, from the oil pan, what's it called, man? It's like a bracket for the oil pan. 2 10mm bolts. Once I get under there, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So the bracket here, this is the bracket, it's like a flywheel cover bracket. I don't know what it's called, but I think that's a 12 there, 12 there, and one up here that holds on this mount for the header. And yeah, 17mm T-bracket bolts. And also I heard that you could actually reuse your T-bracket. So I bought a T-bracket for no reason, but oh well. Let's start getting this thing off. Now some might say to drop the entire engine to do this, but we ain't doing that. I'm just gonna 2-jack method. Jack hold the motor, and then man, I can't stop laughing in my head. One hold the transmission when we take it off.
Let me show you guys what's so damn funny.
This the face app of Randy's face. That's Bob's face. Man, you like Freddy Krueger, bro. And that's Bobby. Bobby's the most realest one though. Like that looks like him in like 20 years. That's hilarious, dog. Oh my god. Like, bro, what? Oh man. It is ready to come out. Alright, everything is loosened. T-bracket bolts are loosened. I couldn't get the rear one over there, like the rear. You guys can't even see. Oh, maybe you can. I couldn't get it because I have no room. But once the transmission's out the way, I can swap the mounts over, swap the bracket over, and then be good to go. So now we gotta loosen, what, 6 or 7, 17 mils, and yep, that's it. So I actually put this on the time lapse so you guys can actually see footage. Okay, so that boy Randy came by. Me and Ma was fighting the gearbox, but I guess when you do this, you're supposed to take out the torque converter bolts, which I didn't do, so we had to force it off, and that's what we did. And now, getting the motor with this motor crane thing to keep it leveled so you can remove all the jacks from underneath. It's a lot of tranny fluid because torque converter. So the plan was to take off the old flywheel, put on the new flywheel clutch kit along with the gearbox, but I can't find the 2 tools that I specifically laid out. I can't find them, and I don't want to rush it tonight. And you know, usually when we try to rush something, it doesn't go as planned. So I'm gonna call it a night. This is the progress we got done so far. No gearbox. The old auto trannies over there. I've been cleaning up a little bit. Still got more cleanup to do. All these sockets and jacks and all this stuff. But check out how icy my gearbox. Look how icy that is. That wire wheel put in the work. Ice, ice, ice. Yeah. I am going to call it a night for today's productivity. So this should only be either a 2-part video series or maybe a 3-part. 3-part would be me driving the car. But this thing should definitely be done tomorrow. So Yes, sir. Progress, baby. Progress. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if I'm not being as detailed as you may have wanted. I'm just trying to get through this thing. And like I've been saying, I'll leave a DIY down in the description box below to basically do what I'm doing. I'm just videoing what I'm doing. But all in all, hope you guys enjoyed. I will catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.